we're shortly about to hear Stanley, who just said Voices for Vaccines, which is an advisory website, receives no funding from the large pharmaceutical companies. What we saw previous in this video is that the lawyer questioning Stanley Plotkins, asked him about how, went through how much money he had received from pharmaceutical companies over the last, couple of years or something. And it's in the region of millions of dollars. Yeah, it's a shame we haven't got time to watch it. Perhaps, one night, spend more time, and we'll perhaps go through some of this deposition. Although I seriously recommend you doing it for yourself, if not with me, then, because he was the guy who suggested setting up the website. He claims he's neutral, but he's raking it in. Okay, I'll leave you with the last few minutes of this, and then we'll be starting the live stream very shortly. Thank you for your patience. Be with you soon.
Objection is noted. Thank you. The Task Force for Global Health. Does the Task Force for Global Health receive funding from any of the big four pharmaceutical companies?
I do not know for a fact, but I doubt it. The task force, I know secondhand, but I believe that they receive funding from CDC, but as far as I know, not from companies.
Dr. Plock, I'm going to hand you what's marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3.
Yes, so.
Okay. This is a fact.
Oh, I see. Yes, where it says funders.
Okay. Does this?
Well, I stand corrected. So the task force then does receive funding from companies. However, I don't see that has any bearing on its work for Voices for Vaccines.
Okay. Did you get the email?
Where is that in the? Am I looking at the same exhibit you guys are?
Okay, I'm tempted to cut in now. We're starting the stream in a minute anyway. Yeah, look at this guy's body language. Look at Stanley's hand covering his face in shame as he says, yeah, okay, I know I just told you that none of these, the big four pharmaceutical companies who I receive funding from, who I get paid for, who I sit on the advisory boards for, they didn't receive funding from any of the big pharmaceutical companies. He's then asked to look at the tax returns of Voices for Vaccines, the organisation he's talking about, and admit that, oh, okay, yeah, actually I was wrong. They do receive a ton of cash. Also, not only that, they provide services like accounting and financial services. And he now has to admit it. Yeah, seriously recommend checking out these videos. I've got a playlist on YouTube where I've got two of these videos. I'll add the rest of them. They're supposed to be 9 parts. I'll show you where I got them from. Welcome to Obby Live, by the way. If you're not with us in the pre-show, we have just been watching Godfather of Vaccines, Stanley Plotkin, be questioned under oath regarding a court case involving parents. One parent wanted their child vaccinated, one parent didn't. Stanley is asked a load of awkward, difficult questions. If you watch further in, some of what comes up is absolutely disgusting. For example, he's asked, did you take organs from living monkeys and stuff? And he said, yeah, absolutely I did. And another one, did you use, it's so horrible, this subject, beyond disgusting. Not something I even want to talk about, really, but, it's got to be covered, kind of. This practice needs sort of highlighting, and just to make sure people know when they're being advised to receive this treatment plan, just what goes on. yeah, he's asked, did you use aborted fetuses and taken from, I think, prisoners or people considered to have mental health issues, people locked in asylums that they used back then. I think he is specifically asked, did you use fetuses taken from people in asylums? Right, I'm going to find the channel where this video comes from, and I seriously recommend you checking it out. Lars P, I put a link in the description, and I put a link in the live chat if you want to watch them for yourself. Yeah, they get very interesting. How we got onto this subject, right? Tonight's thumbnail would give you... let's bring it up a minute. Yeah, do you remember this? What this thing was? The donor card. If you grew up in the late 80s and maybe 90s, you might recognize what they are. It was... Yeah, they were requesting people willingly donate their organs to help someone. I mean, the words on it, very emotive. I would like to help someone to live after my death. Interesting words on that card. After my death, you're prepared to let people come and remove organs so that other people can get healthy from them. I remember when I was a kid, I think they highlighted one of these on like something like, don't know if it was Blue Peter or Grange Hill, and made all the, made sure we were all aware of donor cards. And I remember asking my mum to take us into Boots so I could get one, because I thought, yeah, and also they were, they were promoted. And it was also suggested you let your relatives know your wishes and keep this card with you at all times. How I got into this subject, a YouTube channel called, let me find it, it's called COVID Vids, actually. He's put some videos up. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, I've started playing one. I'll bring up the channel. I could be wrong. I don't want to say something not true, but I think COVID Vids is also, if I'm not mistaken, I'll send him a link to this video and he can clarify. Is this the same person that does Reboot the Matrix? Is that the right channel name? I'm pretty sure I've got it right, yeah. Yeah, he's put some of these about organ donation, and my goodness, did my stomach turn watching some of them. Yeah, pretty disgraceful. In fact, we're going to watch one now. It's about a minute long. Yeah, I hope you're not having your tea at this time, because some of this is a little unpleasant. Okay, we'll watch it for a second. I'll mute myself. Okay, yeah, my apologies. Audio's not seeming to work on that video. Let me figure out why. What on earth? Why can't we hear the audio? Right. I think I can fix this. Let me stop playing. I could at least put subtitles on, I guess. Maybe, unless it's because it's copyright. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's why I'm unable to... I can normally hear it though, strange. Don't know if that's why I'm unable to... So I'll show you where I'll bring up the channel. Sorry, let me just see make sure that... yeah, he's put some of these... Yeah, strange. I'm not sure what's happening there, but not able to make that video play. I will get it working. Yeah, we do have a live chat, by the way, if anyone wants to pop in and say hello. I have noticed lately my live streams are ridiculously unpopular. No one seems to want to click on them, and no one's in the chat. So if you want to save me tonight from calling this live stream the first sign of madness, I said that in the past, yeah, do a live stream and no one tunes in. You're basically talking to yourself, so that's the first sign of madness, apparently. So I'll rename this title of this video the first sign of madness if no one pops in the chat and says hello. I guess it would help, of course, if we had a bit of audio on the videos I'm trying to play. Right. Why won't? Nope. We're getting nothing. Very strange. I don't know. But yeah, it is a revelation. I'll see if any of the other ones are working. This is the channel therefore from. No, nothing. No audio. Oh, I'm with you now.
Usually,
My apologies. This is one that we would, you know, if this was an edited video, that would hit the cutting room floor. Okay, finally, we've got the video. We're back on track.
They have a designated requester, and a designated requester is usually a very nice person who dresses nice and befriends the relatives. Can I get you a cup of coffee? Oh, I know this has to be terrible on you. We'll do everything we can to help you. And all of that is part of getting them indoctrinated
procurement
to get their to get their organs. And
I need to go take a shower.
see, and you cannot get any organs from a cadaver. Every organ that's transplanted is a healthy organ, and you can only get healthy organs from living persons. You cannot get any organs for transplant from a cadaver. The things I'm telling you is that you are not allowed to hear, and because if you hear it, you will be upset, as you, all three of you are upset, and rightly so, you should be. They have a designated requester.
Well, yeah, this is the video I saw. I'm not just going to instantly take this guy at his word. I'm not sure who it is. Unfortunately, the video doesn't give the name of this person who's making these suggestions, telling us that organ donations, organs have to be taken from a living body. Organs cannot be taken after someone's dead. And then another one of these shorts that COVID Vids put out was...
I'm sure you've heard the...
They have a
was about how they invented this term, brain dead. The same doctor exposes brain death as being fraudulent. The problem is, I want to know the name of this doctor. We are going to look up some of what he suggests in a minute. Right, so...
But then I had a baby, Joseph, in 1975, who had flat brainwaves and was said to be brain dead. And it was suggested to stop treating him. I said, well, I don't do that. I treat babies, some live, some die, and kept treating him. And he did eventually get off the ventilator, and he went to school, and he got straight A's, and ran track and played baseball. And he's married, he has 3 children. So because of him, after about 6 months, when he continued to live and was doing much better than anybody would have predicted, I started to investigate brain death. And brain death is a lie. It's a lie that's been told over and over again, so people don't even realize it's a lie anymore. But it's been a lie from the beginning, continues to be a lie. But
Okay, so yeah, what this guy is suggesting, I I've seen most of them. I've not come across the name of this doctor, but we are going to have a look into some of the claims he makes. Let's go back to tonight's thumbnail. What does it say? The donor card. I would like to help someone after my death. Well, according to this doctor, he says he's a doctor, and that is why we're going to have a look at some of his claims. He says that organs can't be taken from you while you're still alive. So after my death, actually what they mean is I would like to help someone to live after a doctor has decided that I've got no chance. Once this doctor, who is claiming to know the future, can make predictions about me based on the readings of some blood tests, how they sample the blood somehow, taste it probably, no doubt, knowing some of their practices. I would like to... could they have been misleading us, or is the donor card true all along? Bearing in mind what we just touched on very lightly in the pre-show, aborted fetuses, yeah, that's no problem. This or the pharmaceutical industry will 100% use aborted fetuses. I know this goes like nasty subject. But this is, the reality of the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, going on to these cards, organ donation cards. If you don't remember them, that means, well, I'm not sure how long they've been going, but you're not likely to see so much of them these days, as it would turn out. England, they proposed, this is obviously first answer on Bing, so trust it, as much as you can trust the first answer on Bing. The proposed opt-out system for England is the soft opt-out, where the family members are consulted prior to organ donation and their wishes are honoured, in contrast to hard opt-out system as practiced in Australia and Singapore, where the donor is presumed to have consented for organ donation unless registered to the contrary, and the donation proceeds regardless of their family's wishes. What about the individual's wishes? They're not even mentioning them. We're going to have a look if it's true that in order for them to take your organs, the guy said they cannot take it from a person who's died. They have to take them from live subjects. Some of the other subjects brought up in that COVID videos aren't for the faint-hearted. They are very much, some pretty shocking things that are being brought up. However, it absolutely goes on in the name of medicine. Yes, 100%. In fact, I'm going to leave a comment on. I did leave a comment on one of his videos actually. Let's find the one. And he did share a bit of info. I think it was on this one. No. I'm going to leave a comment nonetheless and say, who is the doctor speaking? Maybe COVID Vids, whose channel this stuff has been uploaded to, knows. Yeah, the person here, Christian Bernard, is the person he's talking about, who supposedly did an experiment with babies, taking the heart out of one and putting it in the other. What lovely subjects we're touching on. Right, so what is an organ donor card? It is a document that expresses your willingness to be a donor, or maybe sounds self-explanatory. You can sign up as an organ donor. My goodness, I'm losing the ability to read. My apologies. You can sign up as an organ donor for your state registry. Oh my goodness. your local motor vehicle office or health app on your iPhone. Your information is sent to a national computer that matches donors and recipients. Wow, imagine that. Not even knowing about it, and your local motor vehicle office just suddenly transfer your details over. Your information is sent, yep. You can carry your card in your personal wallet as a symbol of your decision, but medical staff will always consult the NHS organ donor register before using your organs, and that, of course, is your family members. By the sounds of it, that's who you have to get permission from. So yeah, obviously, very personal question. Do you share? Is this, would you, if there was a card available that had any actual legal, and anyone had a legal obligation to, would you carry a card? As it turns out, you may well be in anyway, whether you want, even if you weren't actually willing. So, for example, if, God forbid, I was struck down tomorrow by a lorry, my family would be asked, do you think, are we all right to take his, can we have any of his organs? But and their decision will be decided. It does make you wonder, what if a person has no family? What if there is no one that they can find to ask these questions of? It turns out you're automatically opted in. They will take your body parts, as sickening as that may sound. Yeah, I mean, absolutely unfortunate side of life. Ever having to deal with such a question? Would you be prepared to, but unfortunately, it does go on. As I said, absolutely vile, horrible, nasty subject to cover. But how do you opt out? By the sounds of it, whether or not you've got a card, it will come down to the decision of, who is it a decision of? They've presumed consent, and donation proceeds regardless of their family's wishes. And that happens in Australia and Singapore. So yeah, laws and rules might be different in your part of the world. Here in the United Kingdom, we have a soft opt-out. So the suggestion is you make sure your loved ones, your family members, know if you don't want them removing your internals whilst, there's every chance you could survive. Doctors are not, they're not fortune tellers. They cannot predict your future accurately. They're not to be trusted when they give you advice on your health. Some may, if some people, but if all they want to do is just give you a load of nasty potions that have been created, causing untold misery, just beyond belief misery to living creatures, living people. It's about as disgusting as it gets. Okay. I see my live chat is so ridiculously populated that, I'm going to have to call tonight's show the first sign of madness. I'm changing it right now. Unless someone, we'll see. Unless someone wants to save me of that by just saying hello in the live chat. If not, I'll take the hint. Okay, so huge shout out to COVID's Vids, a link to which will indeed be in the description, and I'm going to share now in the live chat. Okay. What was the name of it? Unfortunately, these are the sorts of videos and channels that end up getting their videos taken down. And yeah, I also, finally, before we finish tonight, I will recommend that you check out the video with Stanley Plotkin, which we watched in the pre-show. Yeah, I'll show you where I've set up a playlist with just a couple of the videos in at the moment. Yeah, this is my channel here. It's like by link only, invitation only. What I'm going to do is put the rest of them on there. Let's see what we got. Under oath. So yeah, by the end of today, I will have all parts on that playlist. Save to playlist. Okay, I don't see part 4 on there. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have been removed or they're not on there. We'll see. Yeah, so you join me populating a playlist of videos. It's a shame that the original upload that used to be on here seems to have gone, where it had all 9 hours in one part, and yeah, it went into some pretty nasty, unpleasant stories, accounts rather, not stories. Right, no part 7. Yeah, it was. So thanks Lars P for uploading this, because as I say, the original doesn't seem to be around anymore. But while it's up on this guy's channel, it will be available as a playlist on mine, which I'm going to share a link to now. We'll go. Again, I'll put this in the live chat and the description of this evening's video. Okay, I'm about to say over and out actually. Okay. Right. Well, I guess it's time to finish tonight's live stream there. Did I never shared a link on Twitter. Never mind. Yes, apologies, tonight's subject has been pretty nasty. I do hope it doesn't stop you having a good weekend, which is coming up tomorrow. Okay, yeah, so I think it's time to say thank you for watching. Before we go, I do have a couple of requests to make. That if you've enjoyed the video and you want to show your thanks and appreciation, that you hit the thumbs up button before you leave. And yeah, I will probably do another live stream next week. We'll see. Depends if anyone bothers tuning in, I guess. Yeah, thanks to those that have uploaded the videos that we have looked at in this evening's video. And I guess I'll catch up with you again at some point. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching. Good night.